Good morning. So I'm rushing to the theater. There was a gynecology case to be attended, and after that, I will catch up with you guys. Hi, good morning, friends. As decided earlier, that we will try to see the life of a doctor in Australian setting. So here we are today, and as I have finished my first case in the theater, which was a gynecology case, and that lady had a specific requirement that she needs a female specialist. So I've done her surgery. I came back to the maternity ward, and yes, I have seen the first patient who had just come from the outpatients, and her ultrasound needed review. I have reviewed that, booked her next appointment. Now I will be in the ward, which is chock a block because they've been very busy in last couple of days while I was off, and there is no space for any new patients. So I need to see uh, who all can be discharged so that few beds are vacant and new patients can get admitted and get cared for. So that is what I'm going for, and yeah, we'll be back from the rounds, and then we will see what happens during the day, because this is my on call, which is obstetric on call, and obstetric on calls are always full of surprises. You don't know what happens next moment. And any day can be a very interesting and adrenaline releasing day, because things change very quickly when it is obstetrics delivery and things. It's you can't predict them. So yeah, see you soon. And in the meantime, there was another lady who came from ultrasound scan. She has pregnancy, and her ultrasound needed reviewing, and I have reviewed that, and it all looks good. So now I shall be documenting it. And in medical science, documentation is so very important, not just for the patient's care, because the health professionals who take the care from you, they actually need to see that what all went, so that nothing goes wrong in the care. At the same time, at a later date, the patient or anyone needs to refer the documentation. It is only if it is well documented that one can look at that how the patient was treated. In fact, in medical science, it would say that if it is not documented, it never happens. So documentation has to be very good, very good. So yeah, so that is what I'm doing. After that, as I told you, I will go for my ward rounds, and yeah, and I will catch up after that for, yeah, if there's anything interesting to share. Till then, bye bye. So I'm back from the round, and all the patients, they are stable, and we should be able to discharge three of them. So at least three beds vacant for new patients. Um, and yeah, all good. Right, guys, I'm back now, and yes, I'm wearing my jacket. It's a bit cold here. So, what happened since we met last? So, a lady came to the maternity ward for a routine CTG. She has got a condition which is called obstetric cholestasis, and while she was being monitored, her baby was being monitored. The baby's heartbeat was being monitored on the CTG. We found that it was just crashing down. It had come way below the normal level that we expect for the baby's heartbeat. And yes, so there was a buzzer. It went into on, and the whole emergency team was around. So we rushed the lady to the theater, and I just did a crash cesarean, which is category 1, which means that the baby has to be delivered within 30 minutes of taking the decision. We did it. Baby is fine, mother is fine, and yes, it was another eventful day, and I am still on call till tomorrow morning, like the whole night, and tomorrow 8 a.m. That is when I will be free. And yeah, so let's see what else awaits us.
There's something I'm saying in a number of sportsmen. There's obviously the third generation of Pacific event living here in Australia, brought up in Australia, and making. To enjoy life after footy. I think that's a crucial part, is to make sure that you have a plan to fall back on, because as we all know, rugby doesn't last forever. So, I was grateful that when I was taught as a young man, rugby is always first nature for me. I always loved touching the ball and running around the backyard or running around on the rugby field, or grabbing a pen and paper and listening to a teacher was always found.
So it is 4 o'clock, and now I'm leaving the hospital to my accommodation. It was not a very busy day so far, except for few ladies whom I assist in the maternity ward and the round and emergency cesarean section. So I'm returning back to home, and we'll see how the rest of the hours of my on call go. And while I'm returning back, there are pubs on my both side, and people, being a Friday evening, people are enjoying, they're having their good time, they're chilling out. But the doctor's life is different. You have to be on emergency, there has to be someone on emergency, so we are covering that. And I will update you if in case, though I don't wish to be called, but if in case I'm called, then I will update you further what happened in the night. And till then, bye bye. Good morning, friends. So it is 8 o'clock in the morning, and I have just ended my on call, and there was thankfully no call from the hospital. So that is how I ended my 24 hours being the on call gynecologist in a regional hospital in Western Australia.